Hey guys, welcome back to Gamer's Quest and our Subnautica Hardcore playthrough. If you remember from last time, I believe we finally boarded the Aurora and we got all the essentials from there. We even Oh, thank you. We even got into the captain's quarters before we knew what the passcode was, because I still remembered what it was. And then...
Warning, emergency power only.
It's not even connected to anything. Anyway, we boarded the Aurora, we got the captain's quarters, which means we can build the Neptune escape rocket, except... well, we'll get into that probably today. And then, at the very end of the video, we went to the Jelly Shroom Caves, and we got some really good stuff. Namely, we got the multi-purpose room here, which makes living so much easier. And I think, let's get back inside here. Pull out the PDA. Got some copper there. Okay, so we got... yes, we got the prawn suit. We can build that now, although I don't think I have the ingredients for aerogel, because I don't think I found either of those, because there's 2 items required to make aerogel. And we did get the Neptune launch platform, but we don't need to build that right now. We did get the ultra-high capacity tank, which I think we also got the modification station blueprint. So if we can build... what is hitting the side of my thing? We picked up the Cyclops engine blueprint. Yes. Okay, so we got the multi-purpose room, the scanner room, the moon pool, the observatory, and the large room, which is actually from the sequel game Below Zero. So maybe we'll build that at some point, but for right now, I'm okay without it. Let's see what else. And we got the thermal plant, which is really exciting because, my personal opinion, the thermal plant of all the power modules for this game. There's the solar panel, the thermal plant, there's the bioreactor, and I think there's the nuclear reactor. The thermal plant, in my opinion, is the most consistent form of energy for your bases in this game. It may not have the most, but it is certainly the most consistent, in my opinion. Man, we need to get aerogel for that too. Well, maybe if we've got time, we'll build that today. But right now, see, bioreactor, nuclear reactor. So we did not actually get enough for the modification station, which means we need to find the rest of the modification station. So what does that mean for us? Okay. Today's goals. Let's line them out. I want to finish building in our new location, which means moving from our old location. So we'll just do that as number 1. Number 1, finish building and moving our base. Number 2, modification station. Need that. Number 3, I think we can go deep enough now. Yeah, I'm at 300 meters. We're deep enough now that I think I can get the vehicle upgrade console. So that one, modification station, vehicle upgrade console. And depending on time, we might get to do the sunbeam event. If that's the case, we may forego some of the other goals.
Foreign bacteria levels in the water. Performing a self-scan is advised.
Thank you, Moira. If we have to do the sunbeam event today, We might forego some of the other goals just to get that one done because it does take some time, and we can still do some of the goals in between there. But is stupid biter? Okay, let's do a self-scan like Moira suggested.
Self-scan complete. Foreign bacteria counters reached.
That is not good. Okay, so let's get a solar panel built. A solar panel built for our new base. So we need one more quartz, which quartz is readily available right here. I mean, I suppose it tends to be readily available. Depends on whether or not we can find limestone. And actually get titanium out of it. Okay, here we go. More copper. Don't get me wrong, copper's good, but it's not what I'm looking for right now. Cheapers. I forgot how much titanium we're supposed to have, but I think that should do it. Alright, let's get back to the sea moth and get oxygen, because oxygen is nice. You know, it's the thing that helps us breathe and stay alive. Okay. Let's build. So I only needed 2 titanium, but that's okay. Let's get some power going. For this one, I do eventually want to switch it out for the thermal generator, but for now, this will do. Okay. Let's head back to the life pod for a second, and let's grab some titanium on the way, because we're going to need some titanium here. Because we're going to need to build some storage units for all of our stuff. And there's usually a lot of metal salvage. Huh. Kind of surprised that there's not more. Well, there's some. That should cover us for a little bit here. Let's make sure we get some more quartz. There's some. Got 1. Got 2. Okay. And more metal salvage. Cool. Okay. Heading back to the life pod. Or maybe not the life pod, maybe just the little base thing right here. Okay, something weird happened where the legs of all of our... See, now they spawned in. I don't know what that's about.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you, voice of the habitat. We need to come up with a name for our habitat. I shall think on it. If you think of a name that we should call our habitat, then please do so. Okay, this is actually really good. Okay. Ooh, we actually do have some magnetite. That's awesome. There's another quartz. Okay. We're gonna go build. Okay. Sorry being a little indecisive here. Okay, we're going to make some titanium ingots real quick. We are also going to make some lube because we are going to make our first moon pool. Which the moon pool is 2 titanium ingots. I believe it's 2 lead as well, and 1 lubricant. Let's just take the sea moth. That'll be better.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. Actually, you know what we could do? Just talking to myself. We're going to deconstruct our fabricator, and we're going to move it along with the medical kit fabricator and the radio into our new base. Since we're not going to keep this base because it was temporary while we waited for the proper amount of things. And this will be our new base anyway. And I think this one will probably be permanent. Yes, I believe this one shall be permanent. Because, you know, it gets really confusing.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
What is happening? Okay, something is wrong. Okay, we are going to back up and turn off our lights. Okay, we're going to deconstruct a little bit here because something has gone wrong. You know, maybe...
Warning, emergency power only.
Oh, my inventory is full. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to drop a bunch of our stuff here on the floor. So that we can deconstruct the rest of this, and hopefully nothing will cause it to disappear. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay, so... maybe it has to be... okay, this is what I did last time. Okay, we're going to build right there. And add the hatch. Oh, thank you, biter.
Warning, emergency
Okay.
power only. Oxygen
That-
production offline.
That is what I wanted. Okay, let's pick up some of our stuff again. Ah. Too full. We need oxygen. Oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. Okay. Ooh, we are running out of water, huh? Okay. I'm not totally sure why that happened the way it happened, but it did, and we'll just move on. Like I said, solar power is not going to be permanent.
Seek fluid intake.
Thank you, Moira. At least give us some power to start.
Power restored. All
And
processes online.
there's our last few items. There. Okay. Let's build. Let's start building on the inside. Just a skosh. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We want the fabricator right here. Easy access, put it in the entry room. It's our most useful tool. We're going to put the radio on the wall right here, I believe. We're going to put the medical kit fabricator right there. That sounds like a good idea to me. And then we need to add a couple lockers. And since we can't build on the diagonal, guys, we are going to have to build... Since we can't, like, build tangentially... what's the word I'm looking for? Since we can't build, like, additional rooms or passages off the diagonals, at least I don't think we can, unless they changed that recently. Our diagonals... Aw, man, I don't have enough titanium. That's sad. I did. So, that'll at least be a good start for some of this. Let's go get... sometimes the reefbacks, they do get you a little bit because they are... The tentacles that they have out the back don't look... They look confusing. Hey, look, stalker teeth. 2 stalker teeth. Well, that's good. Stalker teeth are invaluable. And now we'll get to build our moon pool just a little bit. Okay. And eventually I'm actually going to build 2 moon pools, but for right now, 1 will do. I think that is how we do it. Oh, we're going to need some lithium.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Very well, Moira. Let us go get some water and some of our items, and we will move them and all that jazz. I think we also got... I believe we also...
It is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
I believe...
Vital signs stabilizing.
Thank you, Moira. Do you think she needs a new name, guys? Karen and Moira just don't seem to fit to me. I think she needs a new name. In one of my previous videos, I had 2 suggestions. One said ZZ, which I kind of don't like, and someone else said Jackie. And if I'm being honest with that as well, I also don't really like Jackie. So, if you guys think of a new name to... So, we need a name. We need a name for our habitat, and we need a new name for our PDA, because Karen and Moira just do not fit. But it's got to be, like, quick. It can't be, like... I feel like 3 syllables or more is too much. Like, it needs to be a 2-syllabled name. And maybe I'm wrong in that, but that's just how I feel. Alright, just getting those done because I want to finish building this locker. And then we'll start offloading things into all of it. Don't need the stalker teeth. We don't need that much water or even that much health. We don't even need that. Why do we have it? The propulsion cannon is really nice, but right now I don't need it. Okay. We're going to do a couple more runs, and
All systems online.
ooh, okay. So that is most likely Sunbeam telling us they're going to come rescue us. Or it's most likely Sunbeam, but it could also be just another life pod. So we're going to find out here. Make sure that we repair a Seamoth because we don't want to lose some of our
Welcome
stuff.
aboard, Captain.
Okay, there's that one. Oh, the Sea Glide. And unfortunately, I cannot take it with us. Okay. Let's get to the new habitat, play the radio message,
Welcome aboard, Captain.
and if it's what I think it is, we're going to finish moving our stuff to the new base, and then we're probably going to end up doing that event if it is in fact the Sunbeam. Which is actually, it is a really fun part of the game, the Sunbeam event. So, you know what else we need? We need a battery charger. We don't need this knife or that battery. Put a water away, put away 3 of those. And I still do not need the propulsion cannon right now. I just don't. Okay, here we go.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. Should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
Hello. Okay then. Well, that is good news. We have 40 minutes till the Sunbeam gets here, so there should be plenty of time to finish moving and deconstructing our previous base to our new base. It should give us plenty of time for just a little bit of exploration. Not much, but just a little. Which I'd been waiting until the Sunbeam event happens anyway for a few, but it's actually happening now. There's more stuff for us to explore. There's more stuff for us to collect, which will contain lithium. There's just going to be because there's just so much to do at the location that we're going to be at. Oh, my inventory is full. Okay, well that's fine. We're going to take the Sea Glide with us for this one because the Sea Glide does. I think it'll be better for me in the long run just to have it. Shoot, we are going to dock the Seamoth for just a second here. Still really cool. I was gonna say something. Yeah, well. What do you know? I've forgotten something again. You know, that's the partial ADD I have. Sometimes I just forget things. And, you know, just part of my life. It's fine. Just sometimes makes things hard. Because I want so badly to remember all the things, but I don't remember all the things. Especially stuff I was just talking about. There's actually a really interesting phenomenon about forgetfulness. Like, I'm sure many of you have, but there's an interesting phenomenon when people walk through a doorway into a new room and they've suddenly forgotten why they came into that room. There's actually a really... Honestly, I don't know the full specifics of it, but something in your brain, when you walk through a door, triggers some sort of response that lets you forget why... I'm not quite sure how I want to word it, but there is some weird correlation between literally entering a doorway and forgetting why you walked through the doorway, especially if you're like on a task, like, I need to go get X item. Oh, wait a minute, what was I coming in here for? And then you go back out and you're just like, oh, I remember, and then you come back in and you're like, oh, no, wait, I forgot it again. So it's very interesting, and it happens to me, I guess more than I'd care to admit, but it does happen. So let's grab a couple full batteries here, because we're going to need... I am not going to need the habitat builder for a little bit here. But I am going to need the flashlight and my scanner. That should do, and we're going to put this one in place of the repair tool. How about that? Okay. So now we have the startings of our permanent base. It's not much to look at right now, but I promise you, by the end, this will be one good-looking base. Alright, so here's what we're going to do now. Since the sunbeam is going to come rescue us, our goals have changed. We are no longer...
All systems online.
We are no longer going to go look for the modification station or the vehicle upgrade console. Yeah, we still might. But our new goal is to go to the Sunbeam landing site, which is actually land, and we are going to explore the landmass and everything it has to offer us, which is actually a fair bit, I should say, because technically speaking, it's 2 land masses if you play it correctly, and I will show you what I mean by that. What? Are you seeing that? Huh. Weird little glitches, huh? And we're already here. Kinda. We have to kind of go around a little bit. Oh, we got another we'll get the message when we get back. Oh. Hello. That is a dangerous friend, and his name will be... well, he's a warper, regardless. Well, there's our Reaper friend again. You have got to be kidding me. Well, that was kind of terrifying right there. I have never seen this. There's a nuclear reactor fragment on the beach of this island. I've never seen that before. Okay, well, we're gonna leave that right there, and we are officially on the island. Okay, so there's actually a lot to do here, and we're gonna try and get as much of it done as we can. If we play it right... Oh, we got another message to do. If we play this right, we can get just about everything done before the sunbeam arrives. Man, why did I bring my laser cutter? I don't need the laser cutter. I do have my knife, though. So, put the knife on, and we're going to cut some bulbo tree samples. So the only reason I'm doing this is because bulbo trees are high in food, high in water, and there's a ton of them around, so eat them to your heart's content. Just eat them. Plus, it's good for you. You need water and food. So, this is where the sunbeam will collect us. But this is the massive energy signature that they couldn't identify. What is it? Typically, if you get here soon enough, you have enough time to explore the island, at least a little bit. But usually you kind of walk up and then you get to see, what in the world is that? You scan it, and then you view it, and it tells you all about it. Which maybe I can leave that up. But then you come up closer. Okay, you need something. So then you think to yourself, well, maybe I have to build one first. But you want to explore the island completely too. So you find a path up and around the top, and lo and behold, there's actually one here on the ground. Now, someone in comments can correct me if they want. I believe I believe there's a total of 5 of these purple tablets on the island. And usually that's all you need for the game, at least as far as like completing it goes. But there are some secondary locations that are not necessary to win, but are still really fun to find, that require a key to get into.
Scans indicate this structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database. Performing structural analysis.
We will get there in a moment. I'm going to go ahead and start collecting some of the other ones really quickly. So, the very first one, other than the one we found, is down here, and there's a small cave, and it's just right inside. Boom, there's one. Oh, the Reapers. I'm telling you, they'll be our best friends. There's another. How does that even happen? There's another nuclear reactor fragment here. Well, apparently I'm going to get to build the nuclear reactor for this playthrough. Okay, so we found that one there. There is one inside the building, but there are 2 more on the island, which, if you need to know, this is typically called the Mountain Island. Not fancy, not... It's just, it is what it is. Oop. These guys. Aha, take that. Okay. We dropped some lithium, which is actually okay. This island is also full of shale resources. So find as much as you're able to carry. But remember that there are other things on this island to be found. So don't completely fill up your inventory with all this stuff. Okay. Let's get this. I guess now it would be the third purple fragment. Okay, so you come into this cave in the center of the island, and you dive down, and you come to... You go through this opening, I believe. I think you keep swimming around to the side. There's a nice big drop here. Oh, turn the flashlight on. Okay, is this it? Nah, it's possible I've gotten myself lost here. Okay, so I think I'm in the wrong spot. Usually you've found it by now. So we're going to go back up. Yeah, I went the wrong direction. Now I'm actually struggling to remember where this thing is. Is it down here, maybe? Ha, there it is. Okay. So sorry, that was a little bit of a roundabout way to get to it, but there is another one down here. Oh boy, I'm gonna run out of stuff. Or air here. Okay. So my apologies. If you enter from this side, it's straight across from you. That direction. And actually, you don't enter from this side, so it's actually kind of to the right of you when you enter the water. Nope, that's wrong too. You know what? I don't know what I'm doing. My advice is bad. Okay. There we go. Okay. Something else real quick that they do not tell you. If your health, if your food and water meters are max, I believe your health will actually go up a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, let's keep an eye on it. Currently I'm at 89 for that number. Now we could go inside the building and discover everything that's in there, but typically, if I were playing this for the first time, I probably wouldn't explore this right off the bat. I would try to get here at the landing site at the appropriate time, and then I'd explore later. Because as far as I know, I'm getting rescued right now. Which, spoilers, we are not. Let's see if we can find... Let's see if we can find another... Okay. So it's actually right up there on that little bridge is where it's at. So you walk up, come around the side, and look, there it is, it's on the bridge. And then there's only one more left to find on this island, and it's inside the building. At least those are all the ones that I've found. And trust me, I have explored this island a lot. Okay. Alright. Let us head back down then. What are my items looking like? Okay. I've got a little bit, not much, and I could still do some collection here. Need some lithium because we're going to need to make our base more durable because we're going to keep adding on to it, and the more you add on, the less durable it gets. Also, do not jump off and get into the water on this side because there are reapers on this side. Basically, this side of the building all the way and kind of to the front of the Aurora is more or less reaper territory. And while you can survive reapers, it is kind of a pain in the rear to have to dodge around them a little bit. Oops. See, there's one right there. Look at him. Hi, Reaper friend. He needs a name. What's his name? We're gonna go with Jonathan the Reaper. That's what his name is. Jonathan the Reaper. Okay, Jonathan, we'll be back later. Hey, look at that. I found a gel sack. Cool. Typically, you don't find those right there. Or, I mean, you can find them in this area, but you don't find them so close to the surface. They're typically a deep dwelling. Oh, geez, he got kind of close there, huh? Typically, gel sacks are a deeper dwelling plant resource. And we're going to have to start growing some later. So, for now, I think... Okay. As much as I don't want to, we are going to explore the interior of the building here. It kind of gives some things away if you explore it ahead of time, but it's okay. I figure the people who are watching this already know what's about to happen, so we're going to do our best to get done with this as fast as we can. I mean, while still exploring to the best of our ability here.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
How curious. And, you know, I've never, I don't think I've looked too much into the lore of this game. I've always wondered, for this game...
Analysis of the patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required.
Is this the first time we've ever encountered any kind of potential alien life on another planet for this universe?
Unknown language. Attempting
Or
translation.
are we aware of other sentient beings in...
Your best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by accessing the control room in the lower section.
Wondering if this isn't the first time we've at least had hints of alien life on other planets. I'd be very curious to know, because I think... I'm not sure of the specifics here, but I'm like 70% sure that the timeline is it's been roughly 500 years since, like, our time. So 500 years from now is more or less the time frame for this game. And, oh, look. An alien rifle. Too bad we can't use it. Strong resemblance to human weaponry in form. This device must have been designed with a humanoid user in mind, whether the aliens that built this structure were themselves humanoid or otherwise employed. The use of humanoids is unclear, and there is no obvious way to remove the rifle from the case, so no weapon for us. Alright, just come around the side here, and What is that? Alien Arch. Alien Arch. The structure's intended purpose is unclear. Theories on function, ceremonial or religious role, industrial applications, advanced transportation network. Further research required. Okay, well that's good. Pick up another ion cube. Those will be useful later. Right now, not so much. Did they remove... we'll keep looking. Okay, this is the last purple tablet, at least on this island. I'm fairly certain there's one or two more in the game just to be found. But I can't be... I know for a fact there is one more, but there could be two. Alien device. Scans indicate this device contains enough potential energy to destroy the entire planet along with most of the solar system. Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. Well, that's really nice to know. What if it malfunctions again and it actually goes off? That would be really terrible. See, they used to... It doesn't do it anymore, but there used to be, in the older versions of the game, this thing used to move around in its case. And it used to, like, go the direction you were, like it pointed at you. And it doesn't do that anymore. And I'm very frustrated by it. I thought it was such a nice feature. Made it seem dangerous. Which it is, clearly. But it just made it seem better.
Facilities control room, line beyond this doorway.
Okay, what do we have here? This device houses energy equivalent to a 100 megaton nuclear detonation, which can be channeled through the facility and directed at vessels overhead or bent around the planet's gravitational pull to strike targets in orbit. Power is routed via the attached terminal, allowing for the device to be deactivated if necessary. It is currently operating without parameters, suggesting it will target any ship within range. And then you get to interact with it.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
So now we kind of get some information about why our ship crash landed here.
Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
Intercepted background data regarding further alien facilities elsewhere on the planet. Disease research facility. Depth 800 meters. Well, we can't get there yet. Live specimen study. Synthesis of antidote for highly infectious bacterium designated Kara. Thermal power facility. And so the other locations that I was referring to are the sanctuaries A, B, the off-site laboratory, and the primary containment facility. All of these, except Sanctuary B, require a purple tablet to enter. I'm 100% certain Sanctuary B requires the only, sorry, I want to phrase this right. It requires the only orange tablet found in the game. Why there's only one orange tablet is kind of baffling to me, but it does exist and you can find it. So, which we will find that later in another video. For right now, I need 12 minutes to elapse before we do more stuff because I don't have enough time to explore the other half of this island. And when I mean this island, I mean a different island. And you'll see what I mean eventually. So, and apparently a lot of people really enjoy building bases in this location. I don't. I don't like building bases here. It's a nice depot for like your Cyclops submarine, and I get why people would like to build here. I just don't. There's too many Reapers around. It's just not a fun place to be. So me personally, I prefer to just leave this place to what it is. So that's just my thoughts on the matter. And I got nothing else for you. Okay, let's get back up to the surface. Okay, apparently there were 3 nuclear reactor fragments on the beach here. And now I can build it. Even though I don't have any of the materials to do so. Okay, here we go. Something's happening. Rescue, I believe, has arrived.
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere, and we're descending towards the landing site. Is that a building down there?
Right there.
What do you mean you can't identify?
Just watch him.
Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8. It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
Well, shoot. Seems as though rescue is not coming after all. Anyway, that's usually why I wait to explore the inside of that building until after that explodes, because then you're just like, what in the world happened? And then you explore the building and you find out. So anyway, let's go see the other exciting portion of this island. So let's go back up the way. And, you know, you only really figure this out if you've played a few times. It took me until, like, maybe my 3rd playthrough to figure out that I could do what I'm about to do. Because I was just trying to get the game done. But I was still exploring a lot, but I just never remembered doing this particular thing. There's something wrong with my character a little bit. Okay, so you come up to this side here, and if you just follow these little lantern things on the sides, we're going to grab just a little bit more lithium, because we're going to need that. And then you come in through... No, not that way. Nope, follow the lantern, stick to the right for a second, and you come to an arch here, which we read the thing for it. You come up to this thing here, and it says Insert Ion Cube. And now... we have a teleporter. And this particular teleporter... well, let's see if it'll actually get there fast enough, because sometimes... Okay, so this teleporter connects that island to the other piece, to the other bit of dry land that's in this game. Which I'm not sure if that was the original intention, because we're going to go take a look here in just a second. So, okay, let's get out of here first. Actually, this is a good place to... No, we will just go out the regular way. Okay. So, if you're looking carefully, we're on the other side of the aurora now. Because remember, we were way, way, way over there. Our Seamoth is, it's hard to read, but it's almost 1,300 meters away from us. Oh, we got another eclipse or something going down. Well, that's slightly terrifying. So, but anyway, yeah, our Seamoth is now 1,300 meters away. So this is the other bit of dry land that this game has. Everything else is underwater. Now, what I mean when I say I don't know if it was intended that that teleporter sends you to this island, what I mean is there's nothing underneath this island. It's just kind of empty space. And if you scan these things right here, you actually learn that these are called... We have another radio thing. These are called ancient floaters, and for one reason or another, they decided to lift this bit of land off of the sea floor to make an island. I don't think that's what the floaters intended, but that's what they do. They float things. So, because I just don't know. I just don't know what was the full intention of this island, or having that particular teleporter take us here. And now we get to learn some of the additional story elements that were part of the reason the Aurora came to this island in the first place. So if you notice, there's a little structure up there. There's another structure on the other side of the island. And there's even a third structure right down there. So let's go up to the first one here. Just following a path. Following a path. Now we get to, now we start getting some of, the additional backstory of us. Bulkhead. I typically don't build... So... Sometimes I wish the scanner was faster. Okay, so the other reason we came here is because we need the indoor grow bed. We need a lantern fruit, so we're going to grow some. And there are also exterior grow beds here too. Which we need because we're going to start growing our own stuff and our own food and whatnot. So... Okay, pick up a Chinese potato. Come here, you. I think I got him. And we need one of these marble melons. Now, some of you... Oh, there's another one. I heard him. That's okay. Okay, there are some stuff here. Stasis rifle! Woohoo! There's a few of these here. Okay, PDA, and we haven't... And that's our next purple tablet. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come here, you. Got him! Okay. So I don't build the stasis rifle much either, but it can be useful. It's bulky and it takes up space. Like, it has its uses. Don't get me wrong. Oh, inventory's full. Okay. Make sure you grab all the... Oh, cheapers.
Integrating new PDA data.
I am worried that I'm going to die to these things. Okay, I got him. All the PDAs, because we'll go through them here when we get back to the our base. But there's a lot of extra information in there about why this planet was even at all on our radar. Because, so spoilers, which we'll go through them a little bit if we need to. There was a crew, the Degassi crew, who came here 10... Sorry, checking some text messages here. I've got 4 brothers, all who are married, and then my parents. And oftentimes, we get into like a kick of just texting each other constantly, and I don't like the idea that the dings and bells that my phone gives off are getting into the recording, so I just silenced everything right now. But anyway, there was a crew called the Degassi crew who crash landed on this planet some 10-ish years ago, maybe 8 or 9-ish years ago. And those are the people who built all of these structures that we keep finding. Unfortunately, they did not survive. Which, maybe I talked about this already. Sorry if I'm repeating stuff, but that's what I do sometimes. Okay. Did we come from that side of the island, or did we come from this side of the island? I think we came from that side of the island somehow. We came from that side of the island. We had to. Okay. So, we got all the things that I wanted on this island here. I'll get the light out. I'm trying to conserve my battery just a little bit. Maybe we didn't come from that. Maybe we came from somewhere in the middle. But anyway, it's possible that I'm repeating myself, and if I am, I'm really sorry. I don't often remember what I've talked about before previously, and I just like to talk about things. Just a part of who I am a little bit. So now you do have 2 options here. You could decide just to swim back to your life pod from here. Honestly, I prefer to just go back through the archway. Ooh, that was weird. I never jumped in through that like that before. I wonder if that means... Where's that going to put me? Oh, perfect. Puts you so far away from it. You know what? The game is smart. Alright, I've got too much stuff and I can't pick up anything more, so it is time to go home. But you have 2 options for getting home. You could do the path that I just took where you take the teleporter back, or you can just swim back to your life pod. Personally, I like the teleporter because that way you can get your sea moth if you have one at this stage. And I don't know, it just makes everything seem more familiar. The one reason I don't particularly like traveling or swimming from the other island, the floating island, back to my base, is because it is deep open water, and that terrifies me, which you know about. But our inventory is full. We got a lot of good stuff today, and we're going to get back to the base, and we might try and do some additional things onto...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We might add some things to our base. Possibly. Oh, there's so much stuff on my screen. Well, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. We have not gone there. There's a lot of places we can still go that we haven't been to yet. Oh, jeez. I don't know, I like traveling when I know there's something underneath me, because that way I won't get surprised by creatures or leviathans or what have you. It just makes me feel better. Okay, we are almost home here. Something I probably will do, I mean, I already know where my base is located. Something I might do is add a beacon so that I'm not guessing all the time. And we are back home. And you know what?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'm looking at the time, and I think we'll call it there for this video. If you guys like what you're seeing or hearing, why don't you hit the like button for me and subscribe. And leave some comments down below. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts. I know I like to ramble, and sometimes I don't talk about things that are particularly exciting. I'm trying to get better at it, but I would still like to hear from you guys about what you all think. And I will catch you next time. Huzzah!